Hey everyone, it's Alicia and I'm here with Brian over at Weber Automotive. Brian, how you doing?
Good, Alicia. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
So in this week's video, we're talking about proper brake line repair. And you're going to kind of just walk us through that process, what that looks like. So I'm going to turn it right over to you.
All right, sounds good. In this part of the country, unfortunately, in the salt states, we have this issue of brake line repair. Non-salt states, southern states, western states, where they don't use road salt, don't have ice on the roads, it's not an issue. The cars will go to the grave with their factory brake lines on it. Around here, that's not the case.
Okay.
Chances are, if a vehicle is driven for more than 10 years, it's going to have some brake line issues. Somewhere over 10 years is quite possible. Usually, it has to be done once, but it's very, very important that when it needs to be done, that it's done properly, that they're routed properly, they're using the right flare and the right fittings. And we often see where line repair is done at some other facilities and it's not done properly and it's dangerous, where the lines are not attached to the body the way they're supposed to be, possibly even hanging below the level of the car, where they could get snagged on something on the road and rip it off. And, to be honest, the brake lines are the connection basically between the brake pedal and the brakes on the wheels. So if the brake line fails, the brakes fail. Dangerous.
Okay, Brian. So thank you for telling us a little bit more about that. And then my last question then is just, how do we know if we're starting to have a problem with our brake line and it's time for that repair?
As the driver of the car, there's no way you'll ever know. Okay. The only way to do that is whoever's servicing the vehicle, when it's up in the air for an oil change or when the brakes are being serviced, that their brake lines are inspected properly. Every time we do oil service on a vehicle, scheduled maintenance of any type, we make it a priority to inspect the vehicle to make sure there are no issues in those areas. And if there's a brake line problem starting, that we'd catch it before it becomes an issue where it fails.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for letting me know that. I'm sure I'm not the only one that didn't know that. So definitely make sure, you're getting your car into the shop so they're able to check that. Maybe they'll check it during a routine oil change. And if not, just make sure you're getting it in there to make sure everything's going good with your brake line. So if you'd like to get in contact with Weber Automotive to schedule an appointment, you can do so by reaching out and giving them a call, or just explore their website a little bit more to learn more about their services at weberautomotive.com. Thanks again, Brian.
Thanks, Alicia.